Okay, we are live here at the Daily Parks and Rec Show. I am your host, Craig LeBlanc, um, also known as the Doorman. I got that title from people just saying that I open up doors for people, and it just kind of stuck. So anyway, that's where that came from. Comes from. Okay, so we are here every day. I say every day, Monday through Friday. 12 noon is our goal, and it looks like we hit it today, right at the 12 noon mark on the dot. So we're going to continue to do this every day. We had a great interview earlier this week. So with Shonda Smith, I just posted it on the Facebook group. It just got uploaded to the YouTube channel. If you're part of the Parks and Rec Done Right, you can see it there. Should be hitting there any moment. If you please follow us on YouTube as we start to upload a lot more videos there. Shonda is a close friend and one of the earliest people that I've met in Parks and Recreation. She's a great leader in the community, both with her Parks and Rec department, with her state, and within our PA. And she has encouraged me to do this daily show for Parks and Rec for a long time. So I really appreciate her support. That will be episode number 14 on YouTube. And as I said, it'll be posting soon on the Parks and Rec Done Right, AKA that we're trying to rebrand it. But you know how Facebook does not let you change titles very easily. So for now, it's got a heading of the Daily Parks and Rec Show as far as the banner in the background, but it's still known as the Parks and Rec Done Right. A couple other things. I am still in the process of building the LinkedIn account for the Daily Parks and Rec Show. We will be putting all of our live videos there as well, because turns out a ton of Parks and Rec professionals are on LinkedIn. And so this is going to be yet another place that this live streaming content gets distributed. And then the recordings and the shorts and stuff will also be posted there as well. And we'll look to connect with a lot of the Parks and Rec community on LinkedIn as well as Facebook. All right. So next, we do have a sponsor for the show. I'm working with them to create content. We have a couple other slots for sponsors, and sponsors. I want to look for people that are already doing business with Parks and Recreation. So if you are a superintendent or director and you have a suggestion for someone that this might be a good fit for, please let us know so that we can keep everything we're doing for free. We're trying to create really good content for Parks and Rec departments that want to start their own podcast and start learning how to use social media to get the word out about what they do, services they provide, events they have coming up, needs that they have, and be in touch with their community locally and create somewhat of a little news channel, like a newsletter, similar to how many of you already have newsletters and you have updates and websites. So we're just basically taking that content, preparing it for the modern age of social media, and producing live content coming from every city. So this is kind of a goal of what we want to do. And then, of course, just highlight ourselves, things that are going on and events that are coming up in Parks and Rec that might affect everyone in the Parks and Rec community. Also, in addition to that, we'll be continuing with the interviewing professionals that have either have a lot of experience, that are leaders in the community that we would like to highlight. And then we'll also be looking for people that are a little more specialized, that maybe do something that everyone in the community needs. So we'll continue to do that as well. And then getting it out across all other platforms. Once we learn and get a good roadmap for how we did this and how we accomplished this, then we will be just giving that roadmap away to any city that's looking to do something similar in their community. I'm also working with a few other cities to help spin up their podcast. And so I'll keep y'all posted on that, where you can check things out. And then that way you can kind of see some of the working models that we'll be working with. Again, I want to keep all this free for these cities. And we can do that just by finding a few sponsors that want to help pay for some of the editors and some of the other expenses. And you'll find that as you create content, you've got like a list of like I don't know, 5 to 10 software subscriptions that you need to pay. And maybe we can do some group account with some of the cities I'm working with, where we can kind of all share accounts if that's possible and legal. I know a lot of times that's difficult to work with, but we're trying to make it budget friendly for anyone that's most likely just a part-time job inside of one of the many jobs they've been given. I know, a lot of these part departments are stretched thin for what budget they have to push towards any type of media, any type of um, social media, graphics design, that kind of stuff. So if we can kind of plow a trail, create a roadmap, and maybe streamline it to where it's easy, economically doesn't cost hardly anything, if not free, so that cities can start their podcasts and start using social media to get their messages out without having to worry about expenses, if any. So that's kind of one of the things we're looking to do. And as I said before, if you know of a good vendor that you're working with that maybe supports your state, or maybe that you use already, that you feel like they're a good fit for the Parks and Rec community, please help me get in touch with them so that maybe we can collaborate together and work for them. All right, let's see. We are expanding our editing team this month as we start to build out our software and our tech stack. There are so many different ways you can pull in a video, edit a video, create shorts, create thumbnails. All of this will be something that you will have to do as a city, as far as capturing your content, editing your content, and distributing your content. And so what we're trying to do is to make sure we have the good software that does the job for the lowest expense. Sometimes you're literally talking about something like Canva that might be $9 a month that you'll use to edit your software, or to create a thumbnail. And so that might be an expense that everyone creating this type of software will have to, some type of graphics design thing where you can, put the pictures of the people in an interview. A thumbnail is just that first image that you see. For those of you not familiar with that, it's just that first image that you will see, like on YouTube, where it's not the actual video, but it's just a picture of maybe 2 headshots with maybe a title and please like and subscribe, or you can put whatever you want on it. It's really just like one graphic. That's just the first thing that you would see when scrolling through a YouTube feed or on LinkedIn or anything else. So you do need a little software there. Canva is what we use, but there are many. So you can just do some research. And so that'll be part of the roadmap of, step one might just be getting Canva, a minimum account, just so you can create your thumbnails. And then we have one for shorts, and then we have one for long form and sound editing and stuff like that. And really a lot of that stuff, if you're just going live, it's not even necessary. You just go live and you got what you got. But anyway, going to put all that together. Still, Nate is threatening to give us his old mic setup, and I will let y'all know what it is, what it costs new, what it costs used, and where we can maybe help a city get some of those, and what the cost is, to just make sure you have a decent little sound. I am currently on this Yeti. I forget which one it is. I think I paid about $150 for it from Best Buy. So of course you can buy all kind of stuff online, but I'm trying to put together a good little hardware setup that's very inexpensive, that has kind of used prices and other stuff, but still professional quality, so that when you're looking to put together a little budget for what you might need to start recording stuff, you'll know what you need on the hardware side, you'll know what you need on the software side and editing side. And then there are some distribution tools that we're playing around with, but you may or may not need those. Anyway, I'll keep y'all up to date as we learn more. And sound is just one of the many things. So when you're capturing, think of the things that you've got. First, you've got sound. That's your mic setup, and then how it gets into your computer, how you capture that sound, and how much you can manipulate that sound. And then you've got same thing for video. Right now, I'm just using the video camera that comes with my Mac Air. I think these Mac Airs for the 13 inches are around $1,000. So some of you may already have these personally. You can use I don't know if your city has them or not, but Mac usually has some good cameras on there. There's also, you can get a Canon camera with a good lens. That'll be our next evolution for those that want to take the next step and maybe do a little bit higher end recording or different headshots or such. So that's, so you've got sound, you've got video, and of course you got lighting and what type of lighting, where to put it, that kind of stuff. All that's going to be part of the roadmap that we'll be able to give to y'all and hopefully get all of y'all up and running. So first step is get our own set up. We'll be upgrading from the Yeti, and then hopefully y'all can hear a big difference probably within the next couple of weeks, maybe mid-January, we should have that set up. All right. We have scheduled 7 interviews that should be all popping up within January. I've got a lot of phone calls scheduled. These are just mostly directors and superintendents that love what we're doing, that want to come onto the show to kind of similar to what Shonda did and what Ashley did and what Cameron did. We've got, I think this is our 4th interview that we've had. And aside from me just talking on these daily shows as we start to scale up. Now, you may wonder why we're so disorganized and just getting started. I wanted to record and show and go live with every single step along the way. And so that if you go back to the early videos, you'll see where even like my little bookshelf had no books on it. Or one time I was recording from a Tesla, and one time I was recording from a coffee house. And so if you're part of say a cadence that needs to go live every day at 8 a.m. or at noon or whatever time you pick for your city, 5 days a week or just 1 day a week, you may need to be able to operate in different settings. You may have to do it on the road. You may have to go in live from a sports tournament at your big facility y'all just paid for, multi-million-dollar facility. I know there's a lot of cities out there that have big sports tourism, and they recruit a lot of tournaments to be held within their city. So this is a good economic driver for a lot of cities, and a lot of parks departments find themselves fundraising for a big 20 baseball field facility with concession stands and parking lots. And of course, this is you'll get thousands of kids and grandparents and parents and friends alike all spending the entire weekend in your town. This is a huge economic boost for the city. This falls definitely within Parks and Recreation. And so you may find that if you're creating a daily show, you may want to go live from a tennis tournament, a baseball tournament, a soccer tournament, a grand opening of a new facility you have. Or you may just want to interview some of the groundskeepers, and you can help educate people on how to care for the park, how to register for a park. So many things you can do with this, and video is just so powerful. So I'm a firm believer that any city that is regularly capturing video needs to be able to do it live on site, because there's so many events that y'all attend, that y'all do. And so if you have a little intern or a part-time or even a full-time person, that's their job, is to capture, edit, and distribute all said content like this, then now you have this little on-staff videographer that's able to capture the grand opening of the new playground and said little neighborhood park, and then help raise awareness. And this is also going to help a lot when people are considering whether they want to pay for an increased property tax to give the Parks and Rec more money. So I think this would be a great use for everyone involved. Okay, so 7 scheduled interviews. They'll be coming up mostly in January, but please, if I reach out to you requesting, or if you know of anybody that you think would be good for us to interview, please reach out to me so that we can get them on the calendar. I just want to thank all the speakers that have already participated, all the speakers that are coming. Thank you all so much. It allows us to create good content that we hope is valuable for the community. It allows us to create this roadmap so that someone can follow in our footsteps, even though everything's not just flawless and perfect, and it's not like we're putting on some big fancy news channel kind of thing. But we're just kind of getting things rolling. Hopefully in a few months, you'll be able to look back and see the journey, and then see how your city can do the same thing. I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas yesterday, and hopefully y'all are preparing for New Year's. I know this is end of the year, into the budget year, trying to clean things up. Half the people are on vacation, taking vacation, maybe running short staffed. It's kind of chaos. Plus, you're trying to manage your own holidays, and so everybody, please be safe while y'all are traveling. And I will be here again tomorrow, 12 noon, with an update. And then I think we will start. I think we might have an interview next week. I need to look at the calendar, but hopefully everything we're doing is valuable for the Parks and Rec community. Appreciate all the love and support that we've been getting. People just saying, keep going. This is definitely something the Parks and Rec community needs. And so it's good to hear that kind of feedback. But please don't hold back. Give us the negative feedback too. Maybe your sound is terrible, your lighting's terrible. I sure wish y'all would talk more about aquatics, or I wish you would talk more about programming, or, you should get so-and-so to talk about sports tourism. They helped us pitch to our city, why we should spend $10 million on some big sports tourism place. And so all of the above, I think, is just, if we create a good content library that, imagine someone paid a lot of money, some city paid a lot of money to have something made that they really is just a one-time use, and they're open and willing to give it or recommend that same speaker to come on the show, so that everyone in Parks and Rec can maybe get that same great content to make the decisions that they need to make, or to kind of create the same event or environment at your Parks and Rec in their city. So anything like that would be great. All right. So I'm signing off. I will see y'all again here tomorrow. Again, I'm Craig LeBlanc, the doorman, with the daily Parks and Rec show, 12 noon Eastern, Monday through Friday. Catch us on X, on I was about to say Twitter, but that's the same thing. YouTube, soon to be LinkedIn, and of course on the Parks and Rec Done Right Facebook group. Live, I think right now we are streaming on the X account. So if you have an X account, please find us, and I will post the link here on YouTube, and on the Facebook group, because I think that's where we have about 4,800 members. So that's where most of our people are. But we need to boost up the X account. I know many of you aren't on X, some of you are. I come from a tech background, so y'all all know I'm a big Bitcoiner. So a lot of the Bitcoiners are on X, so that's why I'm on it a lot. But many of you may or not be on it. But we still want to grow our community wherever they are, which is one of the reasons we also wanted to grow our LinkedIn account. So please find us, like and subscribe our videos, so that we can get a lot of the functionality opened up as we start to create and distribute awesome content for the Parks and Rec community. Y'all have an awesome day, and I will see y'all here again tomorrow. Thanks a lot.